everyone, I thought I'd come on as I've discovered a brilliant new brow product. And the reason I decided to go and look for a new brow product is it would be my favourite of all time if it weren't so expensive. It's the Urban Decay Brow Beater. Looks like this. And I featured it, I think it came out, did it come out the spring collection last year, summer collection maybe, when they came out with all their new brow products and their brow gels, and I loved it. And the reason I had to go and find an alternative is, one, this is very expensive and I just I couldn't really part with the money. I know it's terrible. Even though I loved it, I couldn't part with the money, and I thought there must be something that is cheaper that does the same thing. And one day I went to do my eyebrows, there's nothing in it. It's a little twist up, it's got a little spoolie on the end, and it just twists up. It's a little tiny twist up pencil, and it died on me. So that was a sad morning when that came to the end, quite unceremoniously. But I loved it. I loved the fact that it was so precise. I loved the fact that it was the right colour and shape. It was a very, very fine tip pencil. So I thought, right, I'm going to go and find one that's cheaper. I must be able to, and I have. And it's the Maybelline Brow Satin. Now, I did a little bit of research. I looked at Rimmel and I looked at various other people, L'Oreal and stuff, and I know L'Oreal have come out with a lot of brow artist palettes and things like that, but nothing really appealed to me, and I wanted something, as I said, that was like the fine tip on the Urban Decay Brow Beater, and this is pretty much the same thing. It's a little bit thicker, but I don't mind that, and I think it's better. I actually think it's better. They do lots of different shades. I had to go to 2 different places to find the one that I want. It's dark brown. They do blonde, they do like a medium brown, but the medium brown was a little bit too red for me. So I have it on today. It's phenomenal. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. You can see how easy it is to put on. What you do is you just run the pencil end through your brows, kind of sculpt them out to get the general shape. And then with the other end, which I will show you now, the other end is a little sponge, and it has powder in it. Now, I thought perhaps this would be a little bit useless when I saw it. It was like a powder spongy tip end. I thought, well, I won't use that, but never mind, because I just wanted the pencil end. But I had been using this. I went on the Maybelline website, actually, which I don't usually do, just to see what it looked like when it was applied, and it was brilliant. The makeup artist shows you kind of how to use it. No, it's not being sponsored. I couldn't sleep one night, so I was like, oh, how do you apply that? Let's see. And it was 4 o'clock in the morning suddenly, but yeah. So it was very interesting to see how it was applied. As I said, you know, you just sculpt it out with the pencil end and then you fill in with the powdery kind of sparse areas. It's great. I didn't think I'd use the end with the powder on it, but I do. I think it's a brilliant idea. And as you can see here, it really does just darken them up a little bit. It kind of, well, darken them up, it kind of fills them out a little bit. Now, the one thing I didn't show in this clip is the whole brow routine that I do, because it's not about my brow routine, it's about the brow satin. And what I usually do is I sculpt out my brows with concealer, and then I use a setting gel. I like the RMK clear setting gel and the Urban Decay Brow Tamer. I like those two, but I didn't show that because I just wanted to show you what this product looked like on its own. It's brilliant, it's foolproof. It's not something that you kind of have to get used to using. It's very easy to correct if you make mistakes or overdraw or whatever. It's just a brilliant product. I'm so pleased with it because this is £5.99. And as I said, the Urban Decay Brow Beater is about £18, I believe. And so great, I'm so pleased. I don't think I'll ever try another brow product because I'm just so happy with this. It's just brilliant, I love it. So I thought if you were interested in kind of finding a new brow product, or maybe a cheaper brow product than the one that you're using, because the Urban Decay one just ran out. I've got ready to do my brows and I'm like, oh. So then I had to find a powder to use, and that's what started me on finding something that was similar to the Urban Decay one, because I hate using powder on my brows, like with a pencil, what am I talking about? With a brush, it just drives me nuts. It takes too long, and I find that I have to go over and correct things a lot more when I use powder, and it just annoys me. So I thought I have to go and find an alternative, and I found it. So the Maybelline Brow Satin is absolutely brilliant. It's phenomenal. As I said, it's only £5.99. It's great, and they do lots of different shades. And this one is perfect for me. Absolutely perfect. I think it's great. The powder also, when you go to fill it in, it doesn't fall down onto the rest of your makeup, so that was quite good. It doesn't kind of flake off. One thing I would say though, if you are going to go and buy this, make sure when you are looking at it that this hasn't dried out, because people I found when I went through all of them, because most of them had the cap kind of half off, and that dries the powder out. So if you can get away with it, test it on your hand first to see if it's dried out, see if people have been fiddling about with it, because I found that the powder, see, that's fine, I found the powder on a couple of them I tried before I bought them, was just coming out chalky and just horrible because it dried out. So make sure that the cap is actually properly on it, otherwise it just won't work the way it's supposed to. So that's the powder, and then this is the kind of crayon-y end. Fabulous. I love this shade because it is very neutral. It doesn't have any red in it, but if you want one that's got red in it, that's kind of more of a tint like that, then they do those as well. So fantastic. So if you're in the market for a new brow product, this is it. I think it's great. I really wouldn't bother ever again with the expensive ones. The MTK one was fabulous, and it kind of set the wheels in motion to go and find a similar one. But this is great. Just don't waste your money on expensive brow products, because I think this is fabulous. So just a little quick review. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope it was helpful. If you've got any questions, leave me a comment down below and I'll try and answer them for you. Yeah. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.